So in the previous videos, we discussed how our workouts correlate with our energy systems and how it fuels our body to make movement. Awesome. So having an understanding of that, we're going to dig in a little bit deeper and gain an understanding on how these energy systems change from the usage of one macronutrient to the next. So as we settle into homeostasis based off the activity that we're doing, we stop using carbohydrates as much as our predominant source of energy, and we transfer over to fats. And the reason for this is because we have 500 grams of carbohydrates on reserve in the body, meaning we have a limited reserve of carbohydrates. And so our bodies want to keep those on reserve as much as possible, and we have an abundance of fat on our body. And so that allows us to run off of that energy system much longer than carbohydrates. So after the 2 to 3 minutes of our body settling into glycolysis and adapting to whatever activity we're doing, then we transfer over to fats as our energy source. Stick with me. So for the workout example that I'm going to use for today, with the information that I just explained, I'm going to do a run. And this is a run that I did with LDP. We call these AGRs, ability group runs, but sometimes each group approaches the run a little bit differently than the next to help these people that are better or worse at their endurance get better at running. So I ran with C group this past week, and what we did was we would start them off at a steady pace. Then anytime we got to a hill, we would have them sprint up. And then after we got up this hill, then we'd go back to that steady pace. So with that, we were in a state of homeostasis, burning fat. And then we would kick back up our phosphocreatine cycle and then go back into glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and then the electron transport chain, and find a new state of homeostasis based off that energy expenditure that we had. So this is just one of the ways that the macronutrients transfer from the main energy source used to produce movement in our body to the next. So carbs, think of it as the burst of energy, and fats being burned as the maintaining the activity level. And these can be used interchangeably based off of how we are doing activity and how hard we're going. Till next time.